Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Prajakta Bapat. Today we'll be discussing format of vertical balance sheet which is used in management accounting. Now all of us know what is management accounting. Management accounting meaning where we present our existing data in a different manner, right? And the way how it is useful for the managers, meaning the data presented is presented in a little bit easier way than financial accounting, I would say, so that it helps us to take the decisions easily. It helps us to analyze the data easily. Now for any company it is not compulsory, is not mandatory to made this kind of balance sheet or this kind of format which is suggested in management accounting. This is not like, and this format is not like your schedule 3 companies act. This is quite easy format. Okay, so let us discuss. Now we all know we have studied horizontal format of balance sheet, that is called as T format of balance sheet, where on the left hand side we used to write liabilities and right hand side assets. Now here vertical format meaning we will be writing it vertically. So first we will write liability part and then we will write asset side. Okay, so here we will not in management accounting we will not call liabilities an asset. It has different name called as sources of fund and another one is applications of fund. Now what is sources of fund and applications of fund? Sources meaning from where you get the funds, right? Fundraising ways you can say. And application meaning where I apply those funds, where I use those funds. So liability is nothing but you take money, obviously it has to be paid, but this is one of the source of finance. For example, if I talk about share capital, so share capital is obviously liability, but it is also one of the source of fund from where we get the money for utilizing in business. Bank loan or debentures, these all are nothing but sources of fund. So liabilities they call it as sources of fund. And applications of fund meaning now whatever money I have received from all these sources, I will be using it, I will be investing it into assets, right? So these assets, investing meaning obviously you are buying out that asset, so it is called as applications of funds. So I am applying those funds into buying assets. So asset side is called as applications of fund. Okay, so let us discuss first liability side. The heading is, as I said, sources of fund. So first I have to write sources of fund. Now sources of fund are divided into two categories. Okay, first is owners fund or shareholders fund and second is loan fund or borrowed fund. So whatever sources you have, basically you have, as I said, so many sources. We have share capital, we have debentures, we have bank loan, then we have lot of small like short term sources of finance. We have public deposits, so many sources we have. So we have divided it into two categories. First is owners fund and second is borrowed fund. So the money which is raised from owners itself, now owners are shareholders also, right? That's why it's called as shareholders fund also. So the money which is raised from owners, it is called as owners fund, and the amount which is borrowed purely from the outsiders, okay, it is called as borrowed fund. So let us discuss further classification. Owners fund are classified into three categories, which I have colored with the red color. You can see A, B, C. Three categories are there. First is share capital, then reserves and surplus, minus losses and fictitious assets. So first let us talk about share capital. Now share capital includes equity, preference, like total capital, right? There are two types of capital. So equity plus preference, both I will be including. Minus forfeited shares. So if there are any shares which are cancelled, forfeited meaning cancelled, so that are no more part of your capital, so it will be deducted. So but this comes very rarely in the sums. So first just remember equity and preference will be added. Whatever share capital you have in the sum, one or two, it will be added here, share capital. Then second, reserves and surplus. Now reserves and surplus are purely internal source of finance, so that comes under owners fund. So whatever reserves company has, like they may have capital reserve, few of them I have listed here: statutory reserve, general reserve, profit and loss, CRR. These all reserves you will be writing here and you will get the total. This is point number B. less. Now these are actually two sources, share capital and reserves, but from that, if you have any fictitious asset, it will be deducted from that, like profit and loss debit balance, meaning your loss. Basically whatever expenses we write under asset side towards the end, okay, that are fictitious assets, so that we will be writing over here. So miscellaneous expenses written off, preliminary expense, share issue expense, discount on issue of shares. These all expenses or losses we will be writing over here, which will be deducted from these two. Okay, so I have written here in bracket. So you will get total own funds, or that are also called as total net worth of the company. And how I got that? A plus B minus C. So we are studying liability, that is sources of fund. There are two headings, owners fund and borrowed fund. Just now we had studied owners fund, where three categories are there: share capital, reserves, minus losses in fictitious assets. So share capital and reserve will be added and losses will be deducted, so that you get total owners fund or net worth. Okay, now coming to the second source of finance, that is loan fund or borrowed fund, second category, which is borrowed from outsiders. So when I borrow anything from outsider, it is normally secured against some asset. So there are two headings again, subheadings: secured loan and unsecured loan. Okay, so secured meaning which are secured under against certain assets. So it can be debentures, it can be loan from bank, loan from institutions, whatever is there, we will just write it. And unsecured, normally it can be public deposits, or again loan taken from financial institutions as well. So these two will be added, and then you will get total loan funds, A plus B, just two categories we have. So once we make total of these own fund and loan fund, that is loan, own fund and borrowed fund, you will get total capital employed. Total capital employed is nothing but your sources of funds. So whatever amount of capital I have employed in my business, it is 1 plus 2, meaning owner's fund plus borrowed fund. You will get total here, and this is nothing but your grand total of your balance sheet. Same we are writing over here. It is just in a vertical way. Now whatever is your total capital employed here, that has to get matched with your total applications of fund as well. Okay, now we'll be studying applications of fund. So application meaning, as I said, whatever money I have raised, whatever money I have, how I'm going to apply it, how I'm going to use it for my assets. Okay, so you have a lot of categories of assets. So basically there are three categories we have here. First we have a fixed asset, then we have long-term investment, and then we have working capital. These three categories we have. So let us discuss one by one. Fixed assets. First we have tangible, intangible. As you all know, fixed assets are categorized into two, tangible and intangible. So these two categories we have put here. So tangible, land and building, furniture, vehicle, plant and machinery. These are just examples. You may have other assets as well. Minus depreciation. So basically this will be net amount recorded here. Then we may have intangible assets like goodwill, patent, copyright, trademark. Adding these two, tangible and intangible, you will get total fixed asset. Okay, so this is first point done. Second point is long-term investment. Why they have specified long-term investment? Because if you have any short-term investment, it will go under working capital. That's why they have specified long-term investment. So if you have any investment in bonds, government securities, any other debentures, shares of other company, it will be recorded over here. Okay, so you will get total investment. This is second heading. Now third main heading is working capital. Okay, now how we get working capital? We get it after, meaning this is basically difference between current assets minus current liabilities. Difference between asset and liability, but current asset. Now current asset and current liability meaning which are applicable only for 12 months, which has a life of 12 months only, right? Though it is asset or liability, it has life of 12 months. So current assets, I have colored it with the red color, as you can see. A, current assets minus B, current liabilities, you will get net working capital. Okay, so current asset and current liabilities both are subdivided into two categories. quick assets and non-quick assets. Okay, if you haven't seen the video of ratios, you can see the video where I have mentioned what is quick and non-quick assets and liabilities in detail. So basically the assets or liability which cannot be easily converted into cash are called as non-quick. Okay, and rest all are quick. So we have two specific assets and two specific liabilities which are non-quick, except all are quick. So we'll make a total of quick liabilities, then non-quick liabilities, assets, quick assets and non-quick assets. So you will get total current assets. Okay, and liabilities also will divide it into quick and non-quick, and will make a total which will be current liabilities. So current asset minus current liabilities, you will get working capital. Now I have three totals. You have fixed assets, you have total, long-term investment you have, and working capital also you have got, current asset minus current liability. So after adding these three, you will get total applications of fund, 1 plus 2 plus 3, which you can also again call it as total capital employed, total applications of fund. It is one and same. Okay, so basically this is again grand total of your balance sheet, which will get matched with this, that is total capital employed, that is total sources of fund. Okay, just once again quickly we'll go through all the headings only. So basically there are two headings, sources of fund and applications of fund, right? Meaning liability and asset side. In liability, in sources of fund, we have two categories, owner's fund and borrowed fund. Okay, and in asset side we have three headings, fixed asset, investment and working capital. Okay, I hope you have understood this vertical balance sheet. In the next video, we'll be discussing vertical income statement or vertical profit and loss account. Thank you.